Gratitude, Vines and Divinettes. I'm Brie India. I did me some Lord Tarot. I don't do this like, you know what I'm saying, during the day. So yeah, Judgment came out. The Sun. And the world. Those who know about it, watch tarot, soap operas and all that, you know what's up. But I ain't about to talk about it because it was personal. But I'm on here to say, you know, happy Ramadan, teens. I wanted to get on here because I had seen some stuff about the MORE Act. So it's not completely passed yet by the Senate, I believe. But that's the MORE Act is for, you know, marijuana to be passed federally, because right now it's like medically legal in some states, recreational legal some places, but ultimately we need it to be federally legal in order for it to prevail everywhere in our country, right? So I was thinking like maybe it's a complicated decision to make because they don't know the benefit of recreational marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Recreational cannabis is very lucrative just as much as medical. So if they knew, what's the whole for? Oh, because I got apples. Yeah, I've been eating apples and I just, you know, don't wear this mask outside. I just wear it in the house. Because I want you to be worried about my face. But yeah, like I was saying, so with the recreational, right, we could use it for like infusions, and that can be regulated as well. Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, something where you're afraid or fearful of people over abusing it. Because you can use it in food, you can use it in drinks, and you can be able to make sure that it's measured properly as long as you authorize the right business owners to host and have it as, you know, resale for sale. So I just feel like, you know, if you sit down and you make a good plan for that to be incorporated in the MORE Act, a way to go about it could be the way that they were talking about in Pennsylvania, where they were wanting to talk about taxing it and stuff like that. But what I was going to say was regulated online registry for like events. Because I seen something about a car show that was in Baltimore. And, you know, it got, I guess, hectic because they was trying to say it was dangerous. But this is what I think. Like, when I went to Taiwan, shouts out to Republic of China, there were things called night markets, right? So in a night market, it's made for like people to go out at night to shop and eat, you know, stroll. They had vendors out there. People were able to just kind of like have a good time, but it wasn't to the point where it wasn't in cahoots with the city itself of Taipei or Taichung or wherever it was that it was occurring. So I was thinking like in Baltimore, for instance, if there are bike shows and car shows and, you know, different stuff like that occur, maybe BPD could be able to join in cahoots with those different clubs and organize a more structured way to allow it to occur so that people can have a good time. Like, and that refers back to the night market. So the night market is something where I'm thinking like if you, and not just in Baltimore, it could be in other cities if, you know, the governor gives it the opportunity to expand itself. Because just like you cleaning the waters and you want to make it where as though people can have a fun time in the waters of this area, you can do the same thing for people who like to use the nighttime, because it do be dry. So they like to use the nighttime to be able to host events. So if you take that down harbor area and allow it to be where you can have vendors come out and, you know, set up shop for their businesses, people can have, you know, because like in Taiwan, like I was saying, for example, they had vendors come out who sold food, clothes, jewelry, you know, different things that they had. If it was a designer, they would come out as a vendor. If they are someone who does fusion drinks or just makes drinks, health drinks, they can come out and be a vendor. but it's like a night version of like a festival. So you can host, and what I'm saying is if BPD partnered with people, or if just the police department in different cities did this, in Maryland at least, you could do it where it's regulated so that there's a, like it's an act, whereas though people can use the opportunity to bring money to the community. Because that's how you pour it back. That's how you pull it all back in. So like I was saying, I know it's not up to the governor of Maryland to make cannabis federal legally, but, even to the people in the higher ups, it's just I'm just a person talking about what I see could possibly be a potentially good thing. Like, for the whole country, really, because it's not like we couldn't use the money. So, we can do it where it's down. Also using the time to like set aside and see what land is not being used for just fun, but use it for like gardening, agriculture. Start having like tree health campaigns or tree health events where people can come out and volunteer to care for our trees and care for our green and our grass. People who are nurturers of the earth, like, can be able to be a part of the night market, but also the part of the development of different communities in Maryland. I mean, Maryland and Virginia, at one point they was lovers because they obviously made love to have DC, right? So that's why DC is split like that, because it used to be Maryland and Virginia. So basically, if you just, come together as a DMV, make some organization, because I've been to Richmond too, and like it's plenty of room for there to be night markets, for there to be events going on at night, but it be the whole like confusion, I think, comes when there's a lack of communication between the people and the justice system. Like, if we just organized it where we could have events that are regulated, but that are like, for the sake of, investing money into the communities, I think it would be fun, like, to have car shows, to have bike shows, to have vendors come out and do a night market. It don't have to be every night like it is in other countries, but I'm just saying, like, something to try out. Because even there used to be like parades, for instance. Sometimes you can have it where like the adults that are in parade or in marching bands and stuff like that can come out and be in a parade. If Light Street is not the street you want to use, like, pick a better street. But the point is to have BPD block off the street that you choose to use for like a night market event. That way, it's kind of regulated to where as though people can come and not feel like they are being, I guess, hassled or haggled for just being free, enjoying themselves and being free. And I guess once certain things are pushed, we'll be able to know whether or not we can host events. But I just see it just needing to be more focused on our country and our communities here, and how we can develop better ways to make it more fun for everybody. Not just fun though, but comfortable. Like, the movies is cool. I'm not saying that, the things that exist aren't fun already, but I'm just saying, as far as like other events that are constantly being like shut down or blocked off from happening, I feel like they could happen. So I had wrote down some little stuff like I said the stuff about the land for agriculture, applying like a tree health campaign for people to come out and take care of the trees and stuff like that, because our waters and our trees are our oxygen and our source. So there's nothing wrong with adding that to the plate of like continuous efforts to keep up as a community. Using recreational and medical cannabis, because medical is one thing, and I feel like that's already in motion to be set in the proper way with the MORE Act. But if you incorporate recreational, then you can have more ways to, make it a form of, bringing revenue to the state, to the city, and everything like that. And as long as you're authorizing businesses to have, recreational, then you can give them the option to be able to do other things. It's not just about smoking. Like when it comes to cannabis, it can be used in different ways. So it's just like to think ahead, but think in a more expansive way. The night market, like I was saying, is another way to fund communities, right? So say as though, for example, Baltimore hosts a night market for the one time, right? If BPD is able to block off and, be a part of the plan, then you can host bike shows and car shows, for instance, or even art shows or concerts, or have like, little clubs on the strips and stuff be able to host shows. But it be a point where it's like actually regulated for people to know at night we host these events in this city or in these areas or in this state or whatever. So if you block out portions of the streets, you can have different things. So host night concerts, festivals, like I said, marching bands can come and do parades sometimes, and have friendly competitions. I'm not saying we do no Tokyo Drift stuff and I'm like that, but that's the point of communicating between the city, the people, the organizers who know how to be able to host, fun events, and the people who want to make sure that it's a safe environment for people who attend. So all of that matters, but it's just a matter of compliance, communication, and understanding amongst everyone in the picture. What else? Like for instance, you can have, because the DMV ain't that big, but you can have like artists from different parts of the DMV come to wherever the events are hosted for night market, and there can be concerts. We can have Don't Mute DC partner with, Charm City in some way, where as though there is go-go's and K-Swift parties or something where it's nothing but classic go-go and classic Baltimore club music for some events. Or, West Indies nights where there's nothing but, island music, reggae, reggaeton, different stuff like that. Like having events annually in places where it's dead at night. And I'm just saying that because people gonna already want to do things, but when you're not given an option for people to be able to organize things in a way where it's being recognized, and where you're trying to close the culture down of people, that's not fair. So I'm just saying a way to incorporate things with the people of your communities is by actually adhering to and listening to the people themselves, paying attention to what the people enjoy and what does cease, chaos, and what brings more peace. And that's by giving people the opportunity to do the things that they love. So also other things that you could do is just kind of incorporating like spoken word, R&B music concerts and so forth like that as well. But I feel like it should be something that's organized for the DMV, for people to come to, places in Virginia or DC or Baltimore or wherever else in the states are willing, what other cities are willing to host night market events, to be able to throw different events. And that's just what I'm saying. Maybe if other states decide they want to be a part of that, they can come eventually, years to come, where we can host bigger concerts if it's something that grows. But I'm just looking at it like the arts cannot be silenced, and this area needs to kind of start thriving more in all of the creativity that exists here. So, Larry Berry, I'm very, it's like, no, but seriously though, to the governor, you doing whatever you gotta do. I understand, like, these people positions, I don't know, I could probably never do, but at the end of the day, as a citizen myself, I just be looking at it like, there can be ways to do things without there being so much conflict and confusion all the time. And decisions can be made effortlessly if people just are able to think outside of the box and look at things on a broader scale, and look at things not so much as to what has gone on in the past, but how it can be utilized to be able to prepare a better future in the present. And like I always say, music and other forms of like performance, you can have artscapes at night, you can have just different I have so many different things in my mind that I see as being opportunities to be able to do things. You can have little shows on the harbor, you can have little shows in different clubs where it's more organized, but it got to get cleaned up, obviously. So getting the clean up, also people who have any mental illnesses and homeless people got to get off the street. Like, that's a part of what the government has to do to make sure that everyone is given a chance to wipe their plate and create a new for themselves. Each individual should be given the opportunity to know what resources are afforded to them and what places they can go to get themselves on a better foot. Also, hosting these types of events can assist businesses with promoting themselves again. Also, with hiring people for different things. You can have, even events where people come out and speak about financial literacy, or the options that we have in the state of Maryland or Virginia and in DC in general, the DMV area, what we have offered to the people of this area. Because, the capital of this country is DC, but we still got people that live in these areas that are being constantly ignored about the things that are needed, necessary, and wanted of the community. And that's just why I just wanted to bring that up. And I guess it's something that just came to mind because everything is not always about money, to me anyway, but I feel like it's about comfortability. It's about the respect of each culture within your state, or whatever position you are in the workforce, in government, whatever, the art, whatever type of position a person holds. Everybody wants respect for their position, but respect goes with being able to not only be understood, but to understand others. It has to be mutual. Like I had read something about, to understand is to be overstood. So like, I feel like that's irrelevant to something where there's a partnership, where people can really sit down and be like, okay, how can we be able to push forward in ways where everybody can be accommodated, where everybody can really just have the opportunity to utilize their voice or their ideas. And then, of course, there's always going to be a top table that make the final decisions. But the point is to give people the opportunity to use their voice, to use what they think could be incorporated, so that everybody has the chance to give input. Everybody's input obviously not going to be honored. Like, my input might be trash to somebody, but I'm still able to speak on it because I'm not, bound from talking about things that I feel like could build a community up. It's not nothing I'm saying that's to tear it down. These are things that can build up each community that decides to incorporate it. So, my page is private anyway, but night market is something that I feel like, shouts out to the Asian diaspora. I feel like night market is something that's cool. Yep, it's something. Who is this? Oh, what's up?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
About what? Oh, you heard me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Huh?
What you poke a hole in your fucking mask for?
Oh, because I'm eating apples.
What's the whole point? What's the whole point of the COVID mask then for?
Huh?
Huh? Dude? What the fuck is the point of the damn COVID mask?
I just ain't want to show my whole face.
Oh, okay. You just want to show eating apples in the eyes part.
Apples in the eye.
You
No, but
crazy.
what part you agree with though?
Huh?
What part you agree with?
You know, the first part.
You weren't listening.
I mean, I was then. I was listening.
So what you agree with then?
That one part where you talk.
My man's heard you, man. You heard what he said.
No, I couldn't hear him.
Okay, man, but you know the first part
where you talked.
Huh?
That first part where you talked.
See, no, man. We can't really listen to everything he's saying, but you got the headscarf with the motherfucking mask on, with the motherfucking scarf on, with the motherfucking. Why you covering your face like that?
Y'all just wanted to get on here to Jones.
Huh?
Y'all just wanted to get on here to Jones.
We ain't joning.
No, I ain't joning.
The point is, where you live at?
I live, shit, I'm still my mom.
That's cool.
Yeah, she put me deep in the basement.
Yeah. So I feel like we should have night markets. That's all I'm saying.
Let's do it.
I mean, that's all I'm saying.
We need armed security, though.
But that's why I said if BPD partner with stuff, then we could have like events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So line. Where you say line? Yeah.
Do it.
You can do it.
I'm just talking about different stuff that I feel like. But, you know, I might be living in La La Land.
You live in
I ain't
La
never
La
seen
Land?
it done. Now, when I was in Taiwan, they had night markets. They
FaceTime
had vendors
CC.
come out, people
Yeah.
on the street, all that.
Man, we about to get this shit popping, bro. You want that? I got that, man. You want that issue?
Or like car shows, biker shows, stuff like that.
Did you eat mangoes or apples?
Mango apples.
Apples.
Apple. Bet. Yeah, man. You fucking stalker.
Mango's my favorite, though. I need that.
That's a great name. Yeah, man. But yeah, huh?
What she say?
She said PBT is live.
Oh, I thought she was talking about the night market.
The night market? I fuck with you for that. Oh, but mama, I feel like you better go viral talking about that night market with the whole of your motherfucking COVID mask.
Yep. Everybody go show up there like this.
That's a night market for real, nigga. You represent for every market out there. They gonna start poking holes in their shit.
No, they gonna have a flap though. They gonna have a flap, so you can undo it when you want to eat.
What else you do through that hole though besides eating?
Mind your business. You gotta be grown. This for grown people.
Hell no, I ain't grown. I'm still in the basement with my mom's. But huh?
Somebody else wanna come on the live. Damn, how many
people?
people?
On here, put them with us, man. You gonna kick me out?
Oh, you can't accept more than one person on here?
Yeah, put that nigga up in here, man.
What? Y'all aggy. I'm about to click off. I'm about to get somebody else on here.
Yeah, I'm about to keep watching.
All right. Annoying.
Yeah.
I'm exit off of this thing.
Yeah. I thought you said you were to click on me.
I don't know how to do it.
Hold on. Click on your ass there, nickel.
All right, do it. All right, bet. Cooling down. So anyways, for the night market, you gotta bring. I would think vendors should bring like all of their own gear, but if it's hosted by like I said, the state or the city, maybe they could fund it to where as though people who get approved to be vendors there can be supplied with the funds to be able to bring their own like equipment. So like even if people get funded, like of course you're gonna have to register like months before, but if you get funded to be a vendor at the night market, it'll be like you gotta get your own supplies and stuff for your business or your brand or whatever it is that you're doing. Like just like if it like I keep bringing up the bikers and car shows, but I like car shows and I like bike shows. So if that's something that's like a main event for night markets or like marching band parades and different stuff like that, I feel like those type of things, each group or each band or each because I like concerts too. So each band, each group, each artist, each whatever it may be, has to supply their own or like, shop for their own items. But if they're given a voucher to assist them to come and bring, get the items that they need, I feel like that'd be a good little I feel like that'd be a good opportunity for people to be able to want to come out. Also, too expensive. I didn't even know I could first. What the hell? So, anyways, I don't know what was going on with that one, but yeah. So I'm thinking like with that kind of thing going on, as far as how much people would have to pay, maybe people could of course since it's a night market, maybe people can make deals or whatever for their the prices that they charge and everything like that. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Definitely gotta be like shows and stuff though. And it gets cold up here, so this is not something that probably would go on all year round, obviously. But it's something to think about. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Like I said, as far as the federal, cannabis legalization, I feel like that's a good move. I mean, like I said, everything about the dollar, and it could definitely present more funding in the opportunity in a community, more opportunities for employment, because I know it's a lot of I guess employment not being handed out. But if you present more jobs or more things into the workforce that people are interested in, then people will want to work. If you provide an option for people to open recreational cannabis businesses, then people will want to work in those facilities. If you provide opportunities for people to host events, then people will want to work. What do you say? Look, I gotta eat my edibles. Y'all go stop messing with me. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like the whole idea of the vendors being funded would be very, very, I think that'd be cool. But I feel like when it comes to like clubs, like car clubs, bike clubs, bands and different things like that, I feel like those people probably are already kind of have everything they need, but at the same time they probably could use the support too. So like I said, if it comes to like BPD or different police departments like partnering with these clubs, they'll be able to like create regulated structures for each of their events. It'll just make more sense, because that way people will know what the rules are and people will know how to be able to just have fun without it being like somebody going against something. Like just let it be understood why these things occur, because it's not like across the country there aren't bike clubs and different events that happen. So why not make that a thing here where we're allowed to be able to have these events, is all I'm saying. I ain't get on here to want to be on here all day though. I just wanted to come on here and say that real quick. I hope everybody doing good. I know you all blessed and highly favored. May Allah continue to provide you with the peace and blessings that you need to elevate yourselves and I might go to bed. But thank you so much for coming on here while I'm talking about sensible nonsense. Make sure y'all check out The Wrong Way by Jackie Ward and Gary Murray. And starring some great people. That is coming out April 16th. Please look up The Wrong Way. I'm probably going to see if it's a link to put in my bio. So check my bio out. And yeah. I think that's all I wanted to say on here right quick. What else I was going to say? Yeah, I probably pop on here one of these other days. But yeah, so night market. Something to think about, something to consider, something to look up, something to research. For organizers and people who are in groups who do things like the things I mentioned. Maybe I can try to sit with, one of these people and see if I can get a petition going for people to be able to give some input to these thoughts of mine. And yeah, that's everything for now. Also, as far as the safety element and security element, of course, you can have air patrol, you can have, hidden patrol, you can have all kind of stuff to where it's highly regulated. You can have crowd patrol, all of that. It's not hard to set up the safety and security portion of things. It's just a matter of making that clear to people that the events are not meant for, negativity. And if people act dumb, people don't know nothing about cyber acts. But some people gotta get plucked in order to make sure they don't do the wrong thing. So other than that, we can all, be sensible adults and just enjoy ourselves, I think. And those who can't, I guess they just gonna have to figure it out. But God got his hands on everything, as I always say. I don't care who I believe in what. I know what I believe in. I always keep my faith. I'm very thankful. And I have so much gratitude. I just want to speak some positivity right now. It is 4:02 a.m. And I was asleep most of the day anyway. So I'm up because I was asleep most of the day. I'm eating my apples. That's why I got a hole in my mask, and I don't wear this mask outside, if that was a question. And all right. Good night. Sleep well.